Onegaishimasu. Hi, good evening. It's May 3rd, Friday, and so we're actually going to continue on, exploring two hands rather than two hands, Ryotetori. So last Friday we kind of went over some basics. Wednesday we expanded upon the basics, showed some couple of different things you could do. Today we're going to kind of really focus in on hip throws or koshinages. Some people find hip throws scary because it's a kind of a bigger fall. I'm going to try to see if we can show how you do it, and then a nice, easy way to start to learn how to fall out of a koshi. So hopefully it doesn't get so scary when we get back to actually being able to touch each other and throw each other again. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and stand up. Now some of the basic ukemi. When we get to doing koshis or hip throws, we end up on the side of our body a lot. So one way to practice kind of how to go to the side of your body is we're going to be here, we're going to go to one side, and as we go to one side, personally, I like to make sure this other leg faces out, and then I bring my hips up just a little bit. Okay, so as I'm here, I go to my left side, here, this outside leg faces, inside foot hits and helps to propel me up. So I just don't land, or not better term, like a sack of potatoes, all on my side, taking the impact directly on my hip and side of my body. So from here, we're just going to go side to side. Make sure you try to post up as best you can. So I'm going to start to my left first. So all right. Okay. Standing on up. So, a little tori funa, hip roll exercise. So, as we're here, go forward, then back, keep those legs planted. Don't do what I like to do half the time, which is I really want to drive forward, so I'm going to push myself, let that foot come off the ground. Want to keep it solid, and forward and back. Hands always stay in front of your hips. Don't go behind. Body moves forward, body moves back. Not just the hands, not just the lower extremities. Okay? So here, so hold, 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 hold. Now, right foot forward, migihami, same thing. So here's a sa, 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 sa. Now when we go twice as fast or double time, we still keep everything synchronized. We just don't cheat and try to sewing machine the hands or just kind of move the lower extremities. We try to move it all together. So here's a begin, inhale, exhale slow. Then cupping the hands, and there are a couple of different ways on how to finish. The one I like is think of starting a bounce. Feet are still in contact with the ground though, and then goes from the soles of your feet, top of your head, and then it just kind of settles, and then it stops. Okay, now, menuchi, ikkyo, undo, swinging up exercise. Okay, above the head, not here. Face is still open. Above the head, forward, not behind. Okay, so ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ru, Ju. Okay. Now right foot forward, same thing. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ku, ju. Back to the left. Now with a pivot or a tight bend. So up, down, pivot as best you can around your spine. Up, down, again, pivot around that spine. Okay? So ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ku, ju. Okay? Now, for me, a basic tenkan is left foot forward, I pivot, draw that foot back, my left foot is still forward, just facing a different direction. I'm here, I pivot, draw that foot back. So I'm still got that left foot forward. So here, ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ku, ju. Okay? Right for Miki Hamni, same song, same dance, just with the right foot in front. And ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ku, ju. All right. Entering and turning. Do it first on the right. So with my vernacular, with the vernacular I'm familiar with, irimi tenkan, it just means entering and turning. For this particular exercise, we'll actually step forward, pivot, draw that foot back. So my hami will change each time. Here, I'm stepping forward, pivoting, drawing back. Now I'm right back to where I started. If I'm facing here, facing the way the camera's facing, I've got my left foot forward, facing that way. As I step forward, pivot, draw back. Now I'm looking back at you. I've got my right foot forward, right hand forward. Now if I do it again, I step forward, pivot, draw back. I'm right back to where I started. So here, so ich, ni, san, chi, go, ro, chi, ach, ku, ju. Okay. So front foot tenchin, moving essentially at diagonals. We're going to move the front foot first. So if something's attacking you or coming at me from my lead side, I acknowledge something's coming from that side. I like to bring my hands up. What can I say? I like to protect my face. And then I draw that foot back, keeping it on a 45. Okay? If I just look and just walk straight back, different. If I'm here and I go 90, different. Okay? This one, I'm trying to keep it at an angle. I'm gonna do it facing the same way, facing the way the camera's facing. Let's see if I keep on that angle. I may not. So here and each, return. Knees, return. Sans, return. Chi, return. Roll, turn, roll, turn, cheek, turn, X, turn, coup, turn, juice, and return. Now, right or Mihami, same thing. So now something's attacking or coming from the right side. Each, turn, knees, turn, center, turn, cheek, turn, roll, turn, rope, turn, cheek, turn, X, turn, juice. Okay. Last one, rear foot tension. So, first time, front foot move first. This time, back foot moves, but I maintain or preserve my stance or my hami. So I'm here starting with my left foot forward. I look to my right. If something's attacking me to my right, left foot, left hand, stay forward. So here, and each, knee, side, sheet, roll, roll, sheet, touch, cool, Jude. Okay, last one. Right foot forward, knee behind knee. So something's coming from the left. And each, knee, side, sheet, roll, rope, sheet, touch, cool, Jude. Okay. So, to use our COVID-approved hardware cat to help me illustrate the first hip throw we're going to do this evening, or the body work for it. It's actually pretty, hopefully should be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. As my partner's here, holding on to me, all I'm going to do is do a front foot tension. Should bring my partner around, my hand going to be forward, my partner's going to be next to me, so then I just step forward, load my partner on my hips, and then throw them. Okay? So, as I'm here with my partner, they're grabbing both my hands, so I do a front foot tension. As I do that, my partner should hopefully move with me. I'm going to bring my hands out in front of me so they stay in front of my body, go across their body. They should be close to me. I then step forward, lower my hips, and then throw. If you notice, I bring my foot back when I do my hip throws. Okay? This is just the way I like to do them. You can also come from here, from this position, and as you have your partner over, you can just slide your hips back, maintaining that hum. Okay, so from here. So as I'm here, my partner's over both hips. All I'm going to do is move my whole body back, but have my hum facing this way. Again, I want my knee facing forward. I don't want my knee facing sideways. If my partner accidentally falls on my knee sideways, not a good day for me. Okay, I've seen other people where they'll just bring their whole body back again, maintaining that harmony. Either of those is perfectly fine. I just do a step back. But please always try to do what your instructor prefers or is teaching you, or what is best for your body. We all have different body types, and different things feel good to different people or abilities. So, without my COVID-approved partner, footwork is pretty simple. I'm here, Ryotetori, two hand grabbing two hands. As I come back, front foot tension, I keep my hands in front of my shoulders here. My partner should be next to me. Then I just take that foot, step in front, I have my other foot follow, so my feet are hip width apart. I lower my hips, and then from here, personally, I bring the foot back, so my partner can fall there. Tim, no peeking the partner. Unless they really, really deserve it, which they probably do. Okay, so let's go ahead and just work on that body work, okay? Then sabaki. So we're here, left foot in front, hidari hami. 2 hands, grabbing 2 hands. So from here, we step back, front foot tension, but I have my palms facing out. I should actually be grabbing the inside of my partner's wrist. So my palms are facing out. Now, I step my left foot in front of my partner, bring my right foot to a hip width distance. Lowering my hips, pushing up towards my left. Now, personally, I'll bring that left foot back and drop my partner right there into that koshi. This is an ogoshi, big hip, using both hips. Here, right behind me. As I do that front foot tension, I put my hands again in front of me, palms facing out. I should be grabbing my partner's wrist. My partner should be right next to me. I step my right foot forward, left foot follows, bend those knees, push those hands out to the right, and then personally, I'll drop that right foot back. Partner falls right there. No evil thoughts, no evil thoughts, no evil thoughts. So, here we are, left, or hidari hami. They're holding on, as they hold on, I do that front foot extension. Hands are in front, palms facing out. I should be holding onto my partner's wrist. Now, I step my left foot forward, right foot follows to get hip width, pushing out, lowering those hips, and then drawing that leg back to the throat. Right or behind me, here. So, front foot tension, hands stay in front, palms are out, holding on to my partner's wrist. I step that right foot forward, left foot follows, hip width apart, again, pushing towards the right. Now from here, dropping that right leg back, partner should fall. Now from the 90s, here, left hidari hami, front foot tension, palms facing out, holding on to my partner's wrist. Left foot, step your left foot, right foot comes in, hip width apart, pushing out to the left, lower those hips, and then take that hip away. Right or behind me, partner holds on, front foot tension, palms facing forward, in front of your shoulders, right foot steps forward, left foot follows, bend those knees, pushing out to the right, and then draw that hip away. Good. Last 2. Here we are, left foot hidari hami, here, front foot tension, again, palms facing out, hands in front of your shoulders. Step that left foot forward, bring that right foot hip width apart, drop, bend those knees, pushing out to the left, and then draw that hip back. Right to behind me, last one. They hold on, front foot tension, arms facing forward. Step that right foot, left foot comes in, hip width. Bend those knees, pushing out to the right. Bring that right foot back, or take that right hip away. Okay, so what does the ukemi look like? Well, I'm here holding on to my partner. So as they do that front foot tension, it's going to move me this way. Okay, so if I'm holding on to my partner here, it should bring me this way. My hands are going to be pushed out that way. Then my partner's going to come across here, getting their hips below my hips. Okay, now, at that point, once they're bringing me over, I'm going to be coming over. Now, easy way to think about this with me, try to get your right hand, right foot down, and then nice, easy, forward roll, and then let that left leg come straight out so you fall on your side. Okay? So, let's do this 4 times. I'm going to do it both. Let's actually do it going all around once. So we're gonna go all around the top. So if my partner's here, left or hidari hami, I'm gonna be holding on right or migi. So I got my right hand forward. So from here, as my partner does that front foot tenchin, it's gonna take me at a 45-degree angle, but my hand's gonna be in front of me here. Okay, now my partner steps in front of me. As they step in front of me, now they bend their knees. If they bend their knees, I'm gonna just slowly go forward. As I go forward, I'm gonna put my left hand down with my left foot, and then coming out into a nice and easy fold roll with the right foot extended. Whew. That was close. I almost hit the metal. It would have been exciting. So partners here, right or migi hami, I'm going to be here, left or hidari. So as they do that front foot tenchin, it's going to bring me off to this side. Now my hands are in front of me. Now if my partner steps in front of me, I'm going to go a little bit further out. Now they lower their hips or lower their knees. So now my right hand is going to come down. As it comes down, this is where ideally I'd be wrapping myself around my partner, but here I'll put my right hand down on the floor and then just do a nice, easy roll, extending out that left leg. Partners here, right or migi hami. I'm here, left or hidari. So my partner does that front foot tenchin, it slides me across this way. Now, as they step across, it's going to bring me a little bit more. Now, they bend their knees. So as they bend their knees, they're trying to bring me over. So I can think of my right hand coming down to the ground, which is my right foot, and then do a nice easy forward roll, left leg extended to fall on our side. Okay, last one. Partners here, left or hidari hami. I'm here, right or migi. So from here, partner does that front foot tenchin, draws me in. Hands are in front here. Now, my partner steps across, drawing me a little bit more. They bend their knees. So as they bend their knees, it's going to bring me in. As it brings me in, they're starting to lower or starting to raise me up. I'm going to bring my left hand down to my left foot. Then do a nice easy with an extended right foot. My ukemi. Okay. So that's the first koshi. It's a big one. It's an ogoshi. Big hip, pretty easy, front foot tenchin. Second one, we're going to actually start from ikkyo. So, here, that's. So my partner's here, grabbing, Ryotetori, 2 hands, grabbing 2 hands. And I'm going to start with that same front foot tenchin, but now this time my back hand comes underneath and then cuts up. Okay? So once it's cut up, I'm not going to cut down. I'm going to keep this up here, palm on the elbow. I'm then going to step forward, lower my hips, and then same ogoshi big hip throw. You can do a koshi from ikkyo 2 different ways. This is, for me, I think a little bit easier than the other way, just because you get to have your partner's elbow up so you can hopefully help get underneath their hips. So we're here, Ryotetori, 2 hands grabbing 2 hands. I come back from the tenchin. I might attempt with my lead hand so that I can come underneath and raise up. As I raise up, I will have hand underneath the elbow. Then from here, I will step forward and lead with that elbow, get my hips lower, and then throw my partner thusly. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're pushing up on your partner's elbow to help lift them up. It helps if you also aim for their chin. Isn't that right, Tim? If not, you whack them in the chin. So still, again, don't be distracted, you can do something else. You go and whack them. As long as it's socially distant. So the basic kai sabaki is here. Again, we're holding on. 2 hands, grabbing 2 hands. I step back. A temi, this lead hand, coming up underneath. And I'm going to swing up, getting into this ikkyo position. Now, this hand is on the elbow. It's going to stay there. I'm going to lead with that elbow as that foot comes forward. Other foot comes in, lower the hips, and then I take the hip away. All right? So, just like the last one, lead hand pushing out. Same thing here, still pushing out to that lead side. So let's do this around the corners, or in all 4 directions, 8 times. So we're here, 2 hands, grab 2 hands. As we come back, front foot tension, we have temi with that right hand. Bring that right hand underneath, and then swing up. As we're here swinging up, make sure your shoulders are down. Your left hand should be on their right elbow. Lead with your left elbow forward as you step. Bring that right foot in, hip width apart. Lower those hips, pushing out, and then take out your left hip. Right, your ukemi, we're here. Front foot tension, a temi. Left hand comes up underneath, swings up. So now my right palm is on their left elbow. I'm going to take my right elbow, go towards their face as I step with that right foot. Left foot follows, lowering my hips, pushing out to my right side. Then I take that right hip away. Okay, facing back into the camera. Here, left hidari hami, and front foot tension, a temi. Swing that right hand underneath and up. Left hand is on their right elbow, that palm. I lead forward with that left foot as I step. Right foot comes in, lowering. Now extend out to that left. Bring that hip away. Okay. Right to midi hami. We're here, front foot tension, atemi. Come up underneath, swing up. Right hand, right palm should be on their left elbow. Lead in with that right elbow, with that right foot. Left foot trails in, lowering those hips. Push out to that right side. Take that right hip away. Left to hidari hami. Here. Front foot tension, atemi, coming up underneath, swing up. Now from here, step forward as you lead with that elbow. Other foot trails, hip width apart. Drop, bend those knees, pushing out to the left. Take that left hip away. Right, your knee on knee. Here, front foot tension, atemi, swing up. Step forward, leading with that elbow. Other foot trails in, bend those knees, pushing out to the right. Take that right hip away. Last 2. Here we are. Front foot tension, swing up. Now, step forward, leading with the elbow. Back foot trails in, bending those hips, pushing out to the left. Draw that hip back. Draw the hip back a little bit further. Last one. Right, knee to knee. Front foot tension. Hurrying up. Now from here, step forward. Atemi. Bring that other hip in or foot in, bend those knees, and grow. Okay. So, what is that one gonna look like? So I'm here, as my partner does that front foot tension, I'm gonna come back, and this arm's gonna come up. because they're going to be swinging up. Now, my partner's again going to step in to that same spot, but I want to have the chin back as they lead with that elbow. So I have it back. They're going to then load me on their hips. As they load me on their hips, they're going to keep pushing out to the side, and then same ukemi that we just did. See, all we did is we went up in complexity just one little bit, okay? So let's do this one 4 times. Again, I'll do it on all 4 directions. If my partner's here, left with the down on me, I'm here, right or midi, holding on. So as my partner does that front foot tension with that attemi, I'm going to have my head back. Now they're going to swing and up. Now they have that hand, that palm underneath that elbow, keep it raised up. Should also be pushing my center off a little bit. Now as they lead with their elbow towards my chin, I move my chin out of the way. They step in front of me. As they step in front of me, they lower their hips. As they lower their hips, I'm going to be coming over and around them. So the same thing. Now from here, I'm losing my balance. Left hand comes down to the ground and so now partners here, right or midi on me. I'm here, left and right. So from here, my partner does that front foot tension. I come back and they do that attemi. They swing up, they cut up here. Remember, palm is underneath that elbow. Now they bring that elbow towards my face. As they step in, I move my face back. They step and occupy this space. They are now lowering their hips. I'm coming up and over them. Maybe even be on my toes at this point because I'm off balance. My right hand comes down to the ground and nice easy roll. Partners here, right or midi on me. I'm here, left or hidari. So from here, my partner does that front foot tension with the attemi. I move my head back. They cut this up. As they cut up, hand is underneath this left elbow. Now, as they step through, their elbow goes for my chin. I move my chin out of the way. They are going to come in front of me. As they come in front of me here, they lower their hips. I'm going to be going forward, losing my balance, and yeah. Okay, last one. Partners here, left and hidari me. I'm holding on, right and midi. So from here, they do that front foot tension. I back up to the attemi, and they cut up again. Hand, their palm is underneath that elbow. As they step forward, that elbow comes towards my chin. I back my chin up, and they go in front of me. Now from here, they're going to be having this pushing forward. As they're pushing this forward, I'm losing my balance. They get me onto their hips, and then I use my kute ukemi. So that's 2. Now let's make things a little complex. We're going to do this from kata, hiki, sabaki. Okay, so that's like we were doing kata, hiki, otoshi the other night. Shoulder pulling drop or shoulder pulling body work. So it starts in, I get shoulder to shoulder with my partner. I start tenchinage, but then I bring this hand over here. Okay? Now, as I bring it over the shoulder, I'm going to do a tenkan, but it's only 90 degrees. Okay? Now, from here, I'm now going to tenkan again. As I tenkan again, my hand's going to come down to theirs. And then from here, I'm going to wrap my partner around my hips and keep going. And again, I drop that hip out of the way. So this is Sirumi-yoshi. At least if I remember correctly. This one, think of it constantly spiraling your partner up until they on your hips, and then you take your hips away and you go, ha ha ha. At least I go, ha ha. I would not go, woo-ha-ha-ha. That would be mean. From here, I start tenchinage. I bring my, my up hand over to the shoulder. From here, I draw my partner in 90 degrees. I still keep the same on me. Now my hand, my lead hand comes up. This hand is going to go to their hand. And then I do another tenkan, bring my foot over on my hips, and then away. Or take my hips away. So, as I'm here, as I'm going to start tenchinage, I bring this hand over. As I bring it over, I pull, I go 90 degrees. Now from here, I'm just stopping to do this from a technical aspect. Now I let this hand go from the shoulder back to that hand, and then I do another tenkan, maybe even a kaiten, and then take my hip away. Okay, this one's a little bit difficult to do without a partner because you need to have that feel for when your partner is fully loaded on the hips, so then that you can take that hip away from them. But let's try it by the number, and that way we at least have a basic idea of where we should be. So, 2 hands grabbing 2 hands. I'm going to slide next to my partner, shoulder to shoulder. Open up. Now my right hand goes over my partner's shoulder here. Left hand is still kind of holding their hand. Now I'm going to draw this in 90 degrees. Now from here, I will have my right hand go to their hand. Now from here, I'm going to tenkan, raising up, kaiten. At this point, I'm pushing way out to my left. And then I bring my left hip away, dropping my partner. We're here, right behind me. I slide next to my partner, opening up, left hand goes over their shoulder. I draw back tenkan, 90 degrees. Now from here, my left hand would come down to their hand. My right hand is going to start pushing up as I do another tenkan, kaiten. I'm here to my right, and now from here, I drop my hip away. As you're spiraling your partner up, you're spiraling downward, so you can get underneath them. I know it's sneaky. So we're here, left to that behind me, shoulder to shoulder, opening up tenchinage. Let me get over here so I can stay frame. Right hand comes over the shoulder, pivot 90 degrees, kind of tenkan. Now from here, your hand's going to work in opposite directions. Your left hand's going to come up as your right hand comes down. You do a tenkan. Now you kaiten, hips are lowered, and then you bring the hips away, or bring your left hip away. Do it facing the way I'm facing, Tim. No. Well, no. Just watch. So you're here, holding on. Shoulder to shoulder to your partner, opening up tenchinage. Get that left hand as you pull and draw, 90 degrees. Now from here, think of continuing to pull this left hand down as this right hand comes up. This is the reason I do that right hand going forward, left hand going back kind of thing. So as this is happening, left hand is going down, right hand is going up, you're going to tenkan. Now as you tenkan, you're going to do a little kaiten, lowering your hips. Your feet should be no wider than hip width. Now from here, I literally just drop my right hip away from my partner. Like I said, do it the way I'm facing, that way.
So what I wasn't doing was I wasn't throwing this back in.
No.
So if I couldn't take my other leg away, I wasn't turning around.
Yeah. Like I said, as crazy as it sounds, sometimes you have to do it the way I'm doing it. It shows doing it the exact same ways. If not, the orientation gets messed up. So, guys, we're here. to the side, we start tenchinage, right hand drapes over, we come in 90 degrees. Now, again, hands work in opposite directions. Left hand up, right hand down, tenkan, kaiten. Now here we are, hip width apart, pushing out to that left, and then we bring that left foot back. Okay, so here we are. Come in, open up. Now from here, we pull down, we get 90 degrees. Now as we get 90 degrees, now we work in opposite directions. Left hand goes down, right hand comes up as we tenkan. As we tenkan, those feet are going to hip width apart. Hips are lowering, tight bend, and then drop the hip away. Make it a little more sense now?
During the crank it, you kind of all cinch everything together and then they're up on you.
Yeah, like I said, it's easier when you actually have a real body because that last little bit varies from person to person, depending on how long their arms are, how long their legs are. If they're really long and lanky, you may not even have to get the full rotation because as soon as they're wrapped around you, you just let the hip go and they can flop right there. Okay? No more. Okay, thank you all very much for those of you here in person as well as those of you online. So we will have a special Saturday class, tentatively scheduled for May 22nd, if the weather cooperates. If not, it will be one of the first weekends in June. Okay, so stay tuned on our Facebook page as well as the website for more details. Okay, so with that being said, have a good night. See ya. Start stretching and get to some body work. Okay, little breathing, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Okay, head up and down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju, to short. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju. I'm going forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju. Backwards. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju. Right hand goes forward. Left hand goes backwards. Right hand goes forward. Left hand goes backwards. No coordination. Okay, left hand forward. Right hand backwards. Left hand's going forward.
Part of the hand goes backwards, but at the bottom of it comes backwards, it's the same thing.
Well, the thing is, you're working on coordinating the body. So this one's going that way, that one's going this way. And then when you go the other way, that way when we move, hopefully it all comes together. Okay, across, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju, san, san, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, gu, ju. Right hand up, stretch over to the left side. Up. Left hand up, Stretch over to the right side. Up. Right hand up, stretch over to the left. Up. Left hand up, stretch over to the right. Okay. Hands in front. Behind the feet. Hand up. Stretch up. Back. Forward. Middle. Behind the feet. Hand up. Stretch up. Back. Middle. Behind the feet. Up. And back. Okay. Back to the right side. Left foot as flat as possible. Okay, switch over to your left side. Right foot as flat as possible. Okay, look back over to your right side. Up on your left heel. Okay, switch. Left side. Up on your right heel. Okay, coming up. Hands on your knees. Push your right hand. Look over your left shoulder. Push with your left hand. Look over your right shoulder. Push with right. Look over the left. Push with your left. Over your right. Okay. Together. Bend those knees. Rotate them counterclockwise. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Clockwise. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Bend those knees. Now gently push your knees over to your left side, but try to keep your hips over your ankles. Okay, so you just gently push them over to your left side, back to the middle. Now bend them to your right side. Same thing, try to keep those hips. Okay, now straighten the legs out. Bend at the waist, keep your legs as straight as possible, and just hang. If you can touch the ground, great, but if not, that's okay. You're just here. Just try and stretch the back of those legs, stretch out that back a little bit. Okay, now bend those knees, feet are flat, shoulders are up, head is up, back is straight and solid, feet are flat, toes pointing the direction of your knees. So they should point straight forward. Okay, straighten out the knees, bend at the waist again. Again, just hanging there. Okay, bend those knees again, feet are flat. Try to keep the weight evenly distributed on your feet. So you're not heavy on your heels or heavy on your toes, you're nice and flat. Back is straight, shoulders are up, head is up. Okay, straighten out those legs, bend at the waist. Okay, last one, bend those knees, shoulders are up, head is up. If you want to, bring your hands out in front of you. Make sure you're breathing, okay? Nice, easy breaths, good. Those feet flat. Nice, easy breathing, good, okay? If you can, get yourself just a little bit lower. Come on, work, work, work. Good. Breathe just a few more seconds. We're almost there. And straighten out. Relaxing. Good. Now coming down. Seiza. Tori, we stretch and start ikkyo first. Remember, keep your shoulders down, keep your elbows down. Try to bring everything up your center. Starting ikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju, and hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, Nikyo, lift pinky up, right thumb on top. Make sure you're going around and also covering that left thumb and bring it back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, right pinky up, left thumb on top. Make sure you're covering that right thumb and pinky back to ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, Sankyo stretch, hand out, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. And hands again, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Put the gaeshi, wrist turn out. Make sure that hand is flat on the back. That palm is flat on the back of the other hand. And twist out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Same thing up the other side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Koshinage type stretch. So like fist with your left hand, right palm on that pinky side, and push over and through. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Now same thing other side, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, shake this out a little bit. Okay. So, right foot forward, left foot in. Try to keep that left knee down, right hand out to that right foot. Now, left hand to that right foot. So you have both hands going to that right foot. Now that chest down to that right knee. And up. Okay, switch over. Left foot out, right foot in. Again, try to keep that right knee down as best you can. Just there. The left hand out to that left foot. Now, right hand to that left foot. So now you have both hands onto that left foot. Now bring that chest down to that left knee. And up. Okay. Spread your legs as wide as is comfortable for you. Okay. Both hands over to the right side. Up. Both hands over to the left side. Up. Okay, both hands to the middle. Again, try to keep that spine as neutral or as straight as you can as you reach forward. And up. Okay, bring those feet in. Bring those toes. Forehead down to your feet. Remember, exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up and down. Up. Down. Up. Down. And up. All right. So let's do some of the basic ukemi, the basic rolling. We'll start first with Bushido ukemi. It's one we always like to start with. So I'm sitting on my right butt cheek. My left knee is up. I'm not sitting flat. I'm sitting flat. Both my knees are up about the same height. I'm actually on my right butt cheek. Left knee is up. I'm going to tuck my chin, keep my hands between my knees and my shoulders, and then I'm going to roll going over this left side. So I go from my right butt cheek to my left side. As I do, try to keep my head tucked in so I don't hit it. I'm right there. Okay. So from here, that's my left side down, right side up. I tuck. I'm going to go to that right side. Notice I'm using the hands to help me up. Okay? Hands are there to help. So let's go ahead and do 10 and each. Knee, make sure you're switching. San, chi, go, ro, chi chi, hachi, ku, ju. All right. So if you go back, you can also go forward. Again, we're doing these for our knees, so if you're following us at home, you should hopefully be able to do this if you have a yoga mat or two, or a nice carpeted surface. So from our knees, I've got my right side slightly forward. I'm gonna put my hands down, tuck my chin, have my right arm come between my left hand, my left knee, put my right shoulder onto the ground, my left foot extends out, then I'm gonna roll right shoulder over to my left hip. Then, if I do it the other way, I'm now looking back the way I came, left side's in front, hand goes between right hand, right foot, right knee, right leg extend, right up, chin tucked, and right on over. Again, hands should be some of the last things that come up off the ground. So let's go ahead and do 10. Nice, easy forward roll, light ukemi, from your knees and each. Knee, san, chi, go, ro, chi chi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Last one is going to be the Bushido Yoko Kaiten, back side fold. You may also hear people, especially this dojo, refer to it as the teddy bear roll. So, hands are out here, legs are apart. We'll go down to our left side, bring that right side over, left side comes down. Again, going to keep the legs body wide. I should be facing 180 degrees. If I go the opposite way, I go down to my right side, left side goes over, right side comes down, come back to where I started. Okay? So think of this side, Yoko side, so we're keeping everything on the side of the body. Okay? So we're here, so down the left side, right side over, left side down, one each. Now reverse, right side down, left side over, right side down, two. Knee, now san, chi, go, ro, Jichi, Hachi, Hu, Ju. All right, so